Bénédicte, tell us a bit more about how the G7 are taking on China.
Well, it's very interesting because the G7 leaders were always going to talk about the relationship with China, and here there's this plan to support lower and middle income countries with investment in building better infrastructure. And as you said, it's to rival a similar program in China. President Biden says he wants this US-backed Build Back Better World plan to get off really as soon as possible. And he's got the other G7 leaders to agree with him. So it's rivaling that China's Belt and Road Initiative, which, as we all know, has helped build trains, roads, and ports in many countries. But the criticism of that, and indeed very much from the US, is this leaves countries debt-ridden, so it's not a fair program. Also, the argument very much by Washington is that this is a fairer and higher quality program. Now, the slight problem, though, it's already being slightly criticized or pointed out that the way it's going to be financed is not clear. That is one of the criticisms, or if not criticism, remarks that the German Chancellor Angela Merkel has made about this. So it'll be interesting to see when any kind of financial plan is released about this initiative.
Right, so we have the announcement so far, but so far no concrete action promised. Now, let's just leave that to one side. There was, of course, a bit of turbulence during the summit today, with Brexit creating somewhat of an unwanted distraction between the UK and European countries. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yes, because on day two and already in G7 summits, you have bilaterals. And the first bilateral of the day for Boris Johnson was with the French President Emmanuel Macron. After that, there were readouts from both the French President, who said, he pointed out the things that are very, very much in common between France and Britain, the values, the interests, and that they were agreed on most global main issues. But there was a big but. He pointed out that he was prepared to reset Franco-British relations on condition that the UK respected the commitments that they had made to all EU countries, all 27 EU countries, about Brexit over the trading of goods between Britain and Northern Ireland, checks that are posing a real problem and creating huge tension and still as yet unresolved. The British readout was, well, we're simply defending territorial UK Northern Ireland and our exchanges was that, we're one whole country. And then things did escalate after Boris Johnson then met with the EU Council President Charles Michel and the EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. And the Prime Minister went on British media. Boris Johnson said that actually the EU needed to get their heads round this because they weren't going to budge, and that he would be prepared to suspend the Northern Ireland Protocol, and that means that the tension has ratcheted up some more, which has coincided, as it happens, with the weather here that has gone up as well. But it has to be said that all G7 leaders have much more, as important things to really discuss. Climate change, for example, that will continue to be discussed tomorrow, the freedom of the press. There are grave concerns again about climate change. There are many grave issues, the relationship with Russia, for example. So we will have to see in the final communiqué on Sunday if how the wording is of the relationship with China, the relationship with Russia, and what concrete actions, if there's more flesh on the bone of the US-backed program I was just referring to. So many question marks at the moment, and it will be interesting to see how things move forward tomorrow. And if indeed this Brexit shadowing could become a Brexit shadow dominating this summit.
Okay, Bénédicte Paviot, thank you very much.